4 cups of softened butter, 2/3 cup of molasses, 4 cups of brown sugar, 14 eggs, 8 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of mace, 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, and 2 teaspoons of ground cloves, and 2 teaspoons of allspice. And then you have all your fruits that you put in, which would be your dried cranberries and your dried raisins. And you want your fruitcake mix also. And canned cherries, raisins, nuts, canned pineapple, cinnamon, and mixed fruit cake mix. Citron and mixed fruit cake fruit. And please, no chocolate pieces in my fruit cake recipe, or coconut allowed in my cakes, and no frosting on the top. This will be plenty. And don't forget to keep some of your green cherries, red cherries, and your pecans for decorating the top of your fruit cakes. And soak your fruit in some wine or brandy overnight so it's nice and moist, not a whole ton of it. Then when your fruit cakes are done, you'll put a little bit rum over the top for that extra flavor. Dried cranberries and raisins, setting in about a cup or less of wine, blackberry wine, to make them a little bit moister than they are. People have told me not only do they use the dried cranberries in snacks, but also in their salads. What you will need to make my fruit cakes: flour, grease-lined paper pans, and of course your measuring cups, your spoons, and your eggs. Quite a bit of stuff here. Quite a bit. It fills this whole table. A reminder, when you bake these fruitcakes, put only on the middle shelf. On the bottom shelf, you got a pan of water to keep the moisture in these cakes. Do not put 2 loads of fruitcake in. One shelf is plenty. And don't forget to grease your pans. I use regular vegetable oil, and then I line it with paper, and that keeps them moist and they do not burn. You have to know your oven. I bake mine at 275 for about almost 2 hours. You have to check by sticking a knife in or something and making sure that nothing's sticking on the knife, but they're not dried out. And about 2 hours or more, check. (2002) fruitcakes. The last and no more will be.